It is on 1st April 1971 that I started my professional journey as a trainee in a private sector company for almost a month, followed by my long career in ISRO and for a small period in the Department of Ocean Development, and again back to ISRO. And still I continue to be associated with ISRO. I learned a lot about this word called leadership during this program. First and foremost, I believe that any engineer, any scientist evolves over his or her career and profession to become a manager, to become a leader, and later a mentor of leaders. And I understood from Mr. Sudhakar Rao that most of you who are participating in this online program are today somewhere in the level of a manager or a leader. And let me share with you what did I learn from this process of evolution. And I consider essentially this journey in 4 phases: a formative phase, then a phase of observing others, observing great leaders and studying. And then there is a process of evolution. One has to evolve, one has to practice, one has to refine, and then perform. And then in the phase that I am today, try to become a mentor of leaders. If you look at this journey, one thing which I have learned, that leadership involves people of different aspirations, different skill sets, different cultural backgrounds, different inhibitions, barriers, and all positivities and negativities. The leader should be able to bring all of them together for achieving a purpose. And that purpose is very important. And every one of this team should identify himself or herself with that purpose, with that target. How do we do that? That is the job of the leader. How do you bring the individual's strengths, the excellence that is possible from every individual to be synergized for meeting that purpose? Be it a social organization, be it a commercial enterprise, be it an educational organization, be a voluntary organization, or even an event. And all this happen in a situation that demands high level of performance from us, a situation that brings a lot of constraints, a situation that brings a lot of uncertainties. And as the world is progressing, we see the uncertainties are getting into different magnitudes. Aside, there is the technology that is advancing exponentially. And between the leader and the people, what brings them together, what welds them together is that relation. That relation could be a formal relation given by the authority, or it could be an informal relation. And when all these mix together, you have a wonderful relation developed, a relation with trust, a relation where quality of the leadership is respected, the professional competence is respected, where differences of opinions are encouraged to be brought together to the table, and the best available solution to a problem could be brought out by this entire team. And this is where we call it team excellence. And when you talk about team excellence, it's also important that the job is done. who takes the responsibility for the failure, who takes the credit for a success. I believe that it is the leader's responsibility to be accountable and say, we failed, and I take that responsibility. And it is again his responsibility to say that we have been successful, and the credit goes to everyone of my team. The reward system that the leader institutes there should be in conformity with this principle, that the leader takes the responsibility for the failure. Let me just